Now, as a food editor, I want to talk to you about some food trends.
Yes.
What are your top food trends right now going into summer?
You know, it's always, you know, and if you're talking about restaurants, it really is about what I've seen. It's about locality on a plate. You know, it's about really being local. A lot of people, you know, are saying, you know, well, what is South African food? I mean, we all know what South African food is. Not necessarily do we always want to eat it in a fine dining establishment in that way. There's time and place for that. But it really is that the chefs are really storytelling South African ingredients on a plate. They're building relationships with suppliers and giving homage to those suppliers. You know, that without a great supplier, you haven't got a great ingredient, which is not going to make it on a plate. So it really is about that kind of storytelling, that South African ingredient, and how do you really use a technique and a taste to make it really beautiful on the plate. I've seen a lot of sparkly things this year. I've seen a lot of like glitter and edible glitter and sparkly dusts and things. I've seen desserts have been a little bit of a letdown so far this year. There's been some astonishing, beautiful, very clever, tasty ones. But I think it's also due to lack of pastry chefs in the country at the moment. You know, chefs are really trying hard to find them. So I think that's probably maybe a reason. But it's also, you know, for me, you know, when I'm judging, it's about taste is paramount. It's got to be delicious. So you can be as clever as you want. You can be as simple and classic as you want. But it really leaves me enraptured. It's like, yum, yum, I want it. I wake up in the morning and I remember exactly every element on that menu.
Now, what are some of the South African ingredients that the chefs are really using right now that you're seeing in the restaurants?
Buchu is a lot. The nom nom, which is that lovely little sour, tart, spongy, very clean and fresh. It's a red fruit. That's been made into purees in savory as well as in some sweet desserts as well, which is amazing. Yeah, and lots of like wild sage, sand dune spinach, foraging in Franschhoek, you know, little ferns and little seaweed is also amazing. Our local seaweed or black lava seaweed also, yeah, so it's really exciting, yeah. And of course sustainable is huge. You know, if we see that's a fish that is not sustainable on a menu, it really can. You know, when we're looking at the top 10 or even the 20 nominees, it's point by point difference. You know, it could be half a point, and if you've put something that's on the orange or the red list onto your menu, unfortunately, that's going to affect the score and could make a huge difference.